Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your reading for December 17th, 2020. This is a reading, I'm calling it Your Next Life. And when I first thought of it, I thought it meant like your next reincarnation or your next, anyway, you know what I mean. But then I started thinking it might mean that, or it might mean the next phase of this life, because I think we're all heading into a completely new phase for sure. And I want to tell you what the shuffle songs are before I start, because I couldn't believe them, actually. I had to go and read the lyrics for the first one because it was so bang on. It was crazy. It's called Awake, and it's by Electric Guest. And oh, now can I even remember? I even looked at the lyrics while I was listening. I listened again with the lyrics in front of me, and it did sound like, well, obviously awake, like some people are waking up. It also was mentioning that fear is nothing and love is everything. And now I know what that bang was yesterday when I did the Aries reading. The water, the water buckets in the barn are frozen solid. So they're sitting upside down, melting with the heat on, so I can get the chunk out, and it just fell out. Okay, so anyway, what was the second one? Missing at Sea, and it was purely instrumental, but to me the title says it all. Like, some of us aren't going to wake up. Some of us will be missing at sea. That can mean lost in their emotions, not knowing where to go, drowning in emotions or in fear even. And there was one other thing I was going to say, and it just left me. What was it? That I read something by Dolores Cannon years ago, and it's always stuck with me. And she said that there was going to be a huge wake up, and some people were going to wake up, some people were going to elevate and be in a higher frequency, and some people weren't. They'd be lost at sea, missing at sea. Anyway, she said that we would all be here in this plane at the same time, but we wouldn't be aware of each other because we're in different frequencies. So I kind of feel like that's one element of what's happening in the world right now. There are some people that are starting to see the world in a different way, and there are other people that are lost at sea. So let's see what the cards say. I hope you're all doing awesome today. First card, Ace of Coins in the reverse. So this card looks like the Wheel of Fortune to me, and it looks like the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it feels like we're in the middle of turning a cycle. It hasn't turned yet. You know what it looks like? It's actually in the money position, but what just crossed my mind is it's being weighed down by money, because there's this beautiful girl dancing on the golden wheel of fate, and she's holding all that money, and it's actually weighing her down. So the first thing that's telling me is to let go of your material desires, that it's weighing you down. It also means creating opportunities to me, like making opportunities, creating opportunities, being opportunistic. And I don't mean that in a greedy way. I mean, don't let opportunities pass you by. In your how, wow, in the how, you have the Death card. So in the image, the Death card, the demon, Death, he's flying out of a grave, and he's holding on to, where's my magnifying glass? Oh, I thought this was an angel. in a cage. But it's actually like a sheaf of wheat in a cage. And it has wings. And it reminds me of the Ten of Wands, because in the regular tarot, that's what the picture looks like. And it's burdens. And it looks like he's releasing your burdens. So I really feel like this means this means the end of something for sure. But it's the death of something. It's the death of an old way of life, I feel. Releasing your burdens. Like almost like letting the demons take them away. Take my burdens. Leave me with nothing. But this is called gold, but it is in the reverse. So that could go so many different ways, because I'm seeing that as releasing your monetary burdens as well. Like take the value off of money or something like that. This is almost telling me that money is worth nothing. It's worth more than your soul. Oh, okay. Something about this is saying it's your money or your soul. This is deep. In the why. The King of Wands. I'm just learning this deck, so I'm not sure who these people are, but all of the court cards, or not all of the court cards, but the kings and queens for sure, and I think the knights, they're actually from history, so I'm trying to learn them. Yeah, this is Didon, Queen of Carthage, and they're all from ancient Egypt or around there. Oh boy, what does this even mean? And was this in the upright? No, it was in the reverse. Passion de riches. So somebody is, okay, and this way it's called obstacles. I feel like this is like greed. In the upright, I'm sure it doesn't translate this way, but I'm seeing passion for riches. And it's in the reverse. So there's an obstacle when it comes to material riches. But the wands are also action. So it feels like this isn't really relevant right now. I feel like this obstacle is definitely, well, obviously that's the one that's upright. But I think what I mean is I'm not seeing this as having to do with money so much as passion. It could be richness of life. That makes more sense for a wand. And that was the queen, right? Yeah, Queen of Wands. So she's really fiery when she's in the upright. So she's having to contain herself. She's having to slow herself down. The why. So the what, creating an opportunity, the how, releasing something. It really does feel material here. You know what? It kind of feels like the thought of that makes you feel a little bit empty. Like, then what do I do? That feels like what the obstacle is. Like, without these things, what do I do? What if that's what I've based my life around? How are you going to feel? Oh, wow. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Successful passage. This also means happy at last. It means your wounds have healed. This means many, many, many wounds, possibly by a lot of different people or a lot of different ways. So you've really been through the ringer. And that's also an obstacle. But now you've cleared them. You've made it through, oh wow, missing at sea. And this is called success passager, successful passage. So you've made it through some kind of stormy sea. You've made it through obstacles. You might have also been making it with nothing, making opportunities as you go. You might have also been releasing things as you go. I feel like for some of you, you've been surviving on next to nothing. And you have learned this lesson. Or maybe you haven't. Maybe you're still struggling and striving. But I feel like the message here is something to do with your soul or your money. And to me, this is saying happy with nothing. All right. Your advice? The Two of Cups in the upright. Love. Just like the song. This is a really pretty card. It has the two cups, and then it has some kind of urn with the double helix symbol on it. I think that's what it's called. I should really check that. It looks like, oh wow. Okay, this looks like, to me, it looks like a funeral urn. It has a flame on top of it. And then it has those two snakes wrapped around it. And the way that they look, it's reminding me of eternity. So to me, this is your next life. It feels like a reconciliation of your, I don't know what, of something, whatever you call it, what your spirit, your faith, your mission. This is being in alignment. And it's right below death. And tears are right above the flame. I feel like they are literally burning away. Bottom of the deck. Le Prince Gouverneur de Memphis, the Prince of Memphis. Somebody arriving. Somebody greeting you in your new life. Someone that loves you. Oh, wow. This is someone who has loved you forever and will love you forever. This person would travel through the desert to be with you. This is so sweet. This is also wisdom, learning your lessons. Like it feels very clear and like a clean slate. Like nothing is weighing you down anymore. But I feel like you had to go through a period of mourning a formal material life. I feel like this means you get what you need as you need it. And maybe it's not a lot, but it's like it's always there, just in time. All right. Eight of Wands in the reverse. I think that's the Sky in the reverse. Four of Swords in the upright. The Prince Gouverneur de Ethiopia. Prince of Ethiopia in reverse. And Eight of Swords in the upright and bottom of the deck. Five of Cups in the upright. All right. I have to move over a bit. All right, so I also see this as a missed opportunity. Like something that could have been, didn't happen. Maybe it didn't happen in your past life. There were too many obstacles. And it was just to learn a lesson, to learn how to live without, or something like that. Okay, this is going to drive my Virgo brain crazy if I don't get these cards straightened up. And maybe I won't be so picky about things like that in my next life. But in this life, they still drive me crazy. All right, Eight of Wands in the reverse. Lack of communication, lack of interest. In this deck, it's called Quarrels. So I feel like it's also not knowing where to go, not knowing, oh, you know what I just felt was someone didn't know where you were. I also feel like this is frustration. It feels like someone who has given up looking for you, or you've given up. Because this feels like an opportunity that you create, that you like plan something and then accidentally run into someone somewhere or something like that, trying to create an opportunity and it's not working. That's what this feels like. Someone keeps putting all of the pieces in place and you keep just like missing it, or you don't see them, or just things aren't lining up. Things aren't lining up. In the how, you have death in the upright, and then you have the sky in the reverse. This is called intelligence. On the other end, it's called peace, and now that is below the tears. So I feel like this is healed. This is healing. You've healed from the death of something. And I feel like maybe you didn't want to let something go. Like you were also trying to hang on to something that was slipping away. But I feel like okay, now Two of Cups is right below the sky in the reverse. You could have used mind over matter or mind over heart. Like you understand intellectually. This is also some kind of higher power here. So I feel like you gave it over to your higher power. Like you released something. You released something that you feel like you never really got the true essence of someone or something. It's like it was always just a missed opportunity. So you finally gave up. You gave it up to your higher power. With no hard feelings either. This is a very healing card. But I just feel like there's some sadness here that something didn't reach its peak. In your why, you have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So she is called obstacles. So yeah, so something never got off the ground. There was always something stopping it. And then on top of that, you have the Four of Swords in the upright. So This is called solitude. This is a card of reflection, of meditation. And it is a card about facing your death. In regular tarot, the knight is sleeping on his coffin the night before he goes off to battle. And he's reflecting on his life and he's making peace with everything. So it feels very much like that. Actually, I think that sums up everything I've read. Making peace, letting go, being ready for death. That's what this feels like. But there's another storyline here, and it feels like a missed opportunity with someone in your former life. So maybe that was a previous incarnation, or maybe that was your life leading up to, well, now. Because I feel like we're heading into a new cycle, a new life. So this is like your old cycle. Somebody that you loved, you never got to be with this person. There was always something in the way. It was never the right time. You let it go. There were too many obstacles. You reflected on your life. You let it go. You gave it up. You gave it up to God. You gave it up to your higher power. But you never stopped loving this person. And I feel like this person never stopped loving you. How you're going to feel: healed, happy, wise. It almost feels like, all right, I've got this clean slate. Nothing's weighing me down. What am I going to do now? That's what I'm getting every time I look at that card. It's like, I am tired of resting. I'm a Queen of Wands. I want to get up there and I want to do stuff, and I want to live life to the fullest. That's what passion de richesse. I think that's what it means. Living life to the fullest. I was going to say the fullest. So yeah, that's funny. And then you've got this Prince of Ethiopia in the reverse. It's called Depart, and it's also called Disgrace. So, and he's in the reverse. So I feel like this is somebody from your former life that might have taught you all these lessons in betrayal and how to find yourself. This person walked away, or you walked away from them, leaving you alone and licking your wounds and learning. This person might have been very quarrelsome. That could have been what this was. And I feel like this person, like maybe he was like a karmic lesson for you. He was just meant for you to learn this lesson, not to stay with them. It was meant to end. It was meant to block you and make you reflect and heal and give everything up to your higher power. So I feel like that is more like the life you're leaving. This feels like your new life. And it looks like it's, well, you have the Two of Cups. Then you have the Eight of Swords in the upright. And I don't know what that word is. Médisance? I know I haven't looked that one up, so I can't even look in my book. Médisance. Sance is knowing. I really don't think this is about medicine. Oh, I wish I knew what that was. But Eight of Swords normally means trapped. Trapped in your... Oh, it's also an 8, which is eternity. This is someone who... This truly feels like a soulmate to me. And it also feels like someone that you've never... This isn't a king. This is a prince. Oh, and this... Every time I see that, I think he's gone a long distance, and then the next thing I think is he's really thirsty. Like, he's really thirsty for your love. This person has been alone for a long time. So someone is coming to you Oh, and you are their person. This person also thinks you're incredibly intelligent. This person thinks about you all the time, and I feel like you think about this person all the time. But yeah, I was going somewhere with that he's a prince, not a king. It feels like um, I just keep thinking puppy love. Like it's not. Maybe you've never been in an actual union before, because it feels like you don't really know this person, or this person doesn't really know you. Like you've never been able to connect. There've always been these missed opportunities. Maybe lifetime after lifetime. So it feels like in your next life, whatever that means to you, whether you think you have to die first or you think you just get to wake up first, um, then you have the Five of Cups, which in this deck is called Union. It's also a big change, changing this forever pattern of never being together and being together. Okay, that is so sweet. So let me recap that really fast. Always missing opportunities and having to let it go and give it up to your higher power. Give it up to love. Give it up to when the time is right, it'll happen. It feels like, oh, intelligence, knowing that it will happen. It's like you always knew you would meet up with this person. I feel like you might not even know who they are right now, or not very well anyway. Always obstacles, always ending up alone. But also wisdom. This comes with wisdom. Stilling your mind. Making peace. Learning your lesson. Learning to let go of people that aren't meant for you. People that fight with you. That feels like it was your lesson. But you ended up here on your own. And then this person finds you or has a message for you. Someone loves you. Well, that is what I have for you today, you guys. And again, your shuffle song is called Awake by Electric Guest. And the second song is called Missing at Sea, and it's by Maggie Borkland. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.